If I'm back, and I haven't really had an answer. But now, yeah, I'm thinking I'm back.
Let's go. Thank you very much. Take your seats, ladies and gents, because we're ready for another Peti Kish Hunt Live. Time for a surprise stream. I usually do these on Fridays, but today is a special one because we just hit 200 subscribers, over 200 subscribers. Actually, let's go. We hit the 200 mark. Hell yeah. Hell yes to that. Heck yeah, guys. That's a great, I'm just saying, it's an accomplishment of itself. I hit the 200 mark. And we're going to go farther with this for sure, because definitely more streams, more content will be coming. And I am very grateful for all of you that just watching, lurking, you know, chatting in the stream, whatever you guys doing, liking, subbing, everything that you do on here is very helpful and I am very thankful for each and every one of you that do that and do enjoy my content, because we have a lot of topics to talk about even today, which is a lot. There's a lot here, a lot of fast topics, but also some interesting ones. We have Universal Studios Japan just opened another, I think this is their second year with Resident Evil or Biohazard. They had a cool showing, so we're going to look at that today, as well as there's some info about Resident Evil 5 Remake that Capcom is doing something with, some leaks about it. Something about maybe it's happening, maybe it's not. it's kind of in a weird position right now, and I think Capcom's a bit hesitant to make it because of all the backlash of the media and all this talking about Resident Evil with some annoying things in the background, of course, because, you know, a lot of people just want it to be the same, but, you know, they're going to probably change it. Whatever happens, you know, with Resident Evil, we'll see with 5. Because Resident Evil 5, I think, is it's a good co-op experience game. It's very action and horror, but I still enjoy it. So we have that today, and we have also the developer for Final Fantasy VII Remake. He talks a little bit about Part 3, what's to come, and Kingdom Hearts 4 as well as other things in between. A lot of movies, pulp culture, entertainment, gaming, all sorts of things like that. Gaming tie-in movies, we have a lot of those coming out. It's insane how much things we have to go through on here today, on the internet itself and everything else. Yeah, so before we go into all that, guys, please like the stream, guys. If you're new here, I appreciate a sub. I really would. Thank you so much for coming by. It really would be the best. Because YouTube, as you know, YouTube recently has been going weird with the algorithm. It's been fucking up constantly, left and right. The algorithm has been brutal. Let's just say that. It's been brutal. So, yeah, if you could put some emojis in the chat, whatever you do, YouTube likes interaction. I don't know why, but views really are good, but they don't really count as much as the interaction. They love comments, they love likes, chatting, emojis, all sorts of things in the background. They love that stuff. So if you could, just liking, it's free, or anything would be appreciated for me really much. Thank you, guys. But yeah. Also, guys, I did update this on my post on here that YouTube has been getting really weird. There's a restricted, let me check. There's like a restricted mode. I'm going to check my YouTube right now because of that. There's a restricted mode if you go in your settings on your profile on YouTube on the icons section. If you go down to the very bottom, there's called a restricted mode. Remember to turn that off. Because the thing is, if you come to my channel, you're not going to see, if that is on, you're not going to see the newest content coming up out of this channel. Or I don't even think you will see this live stream, to be honest, either. So this is what happened. YouTube randomly checked that on the restricted mode. And for some people, I've heard, and other YouTubers on here, that their viewership has been tanking, and a lot of other people's videos have been tanking for that. And when they were doing so well, now they're not doing so well. So the thing is, we gotta turn that restricted mode off. I don't even know why it's on. I had it off for a long time. So if you have it off, you'll see my newest content, what I make for whatever day it is, or whenever live stream is up, you'll see it up. But if you have it on, you'll see things from like 6 months ago or from a year. So it's like, you want the newest, brand new content, brand new video, you know, to check out, right? So I don't know. YouTube's been fucking up, and I don't know. YouTube has been getting weird recently, and it's not so good with YouTube right now here, you know? But it is what it is. We gotta do it. We gotta push through it and make it happen, guys. The grind is real. The grind is real, guys. But we'll make it through. Don't worry. We'll make it. All right. So now, guys, let's get into the topics. So let's go to this first one I just found recently, and this seems like a weird one. So let's check this out. Okay, let's check this out, guys. All right. So we got ScreenRant here with 15 blockbusters that will turn 2027 into the biggest movie year ever. Oh, really? Oh, really? Well, we'll see about that.
Huh?
Because 2026 hasn't been the best year in movies. So, will 2027 change that? I don't know. We don't know. But I feel like this is going to be just cope. Just saying whatever these movies are. But we're going to check out what these 15 blockbuster movies that are going to make millions and billions and all sorts of award ceremony wins and all that. Let's see what these are, because I don't think they're gonna be. I think they're gonna be all like big theater release movies, but I don't think they're actually gonna be anything special, to be honest. But we'll see. Let's check it out. So let's see. The first one, Ice Age Boiling Point. So what the hell is Ice Age even on, dude? So what is this? The main saga of the Ice Age movie has been dominant since 2016. Ice Age Boiling Point will be the main cast is back. All right, it's a spin-off. I don't know what, or was a spin-off. Okay, it's from the original. Okay. So Ice Age is still going? Does anyone actually watch Ice Age movies? I'm just saying. Is anyone watching these movies? Because I remember watching these like when I was like super young, to be honest. Or what, I don't know how long it's been. It's been a minute, to be honest. But does anyone watch these movies, to be honest? Because I feel like no one does. It's for kids. Obviously, it was always for kids, but like I feel like no one watches this no more. I don't know. Yeah, there were like a couple, like the first or second movie was pretty good, and after that I don't remember the rest, to be honest. Um but yeah, Ice Age, this might be the sixth one. I have no clue, but okay, whatever. Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Okay. This will be interesting. I still haven't watched Sonic 3. I gotta watch that. That's the one with Shadow. But I heard some good things about that movie. So Sonic 4 sounds about right. I thought it would be 2026, but maybe it's too early for that. So moved it to 2027. Okay. Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm up for that. I enjoy the Sonic movies. They're not like the best kind of movies, but they're enjoyable. I like them. They're a fun type of movie. But is it gonna do crazy? Probably because it's Sonic, but I don't know in general how it's gonna do. Godzilla X Kong Supernova. If you're a Godzilla fan, you're probably gonna see this. If you're into like kaiju battles, I have no clue what they're doing. So what is this a follow up to? Is this the one with Godzilla and Kong? That movie like a few years ago? What is this? I don't know. March 26th, release date, Godzilla and Kong Supernova will be one of the first big blockbusters arriving in 2027. Okay, Godzilla. Sure, I guess. But I think the only good Godzilla is the one that came out in Japan. I forgot, Godzilla 1 or something. I forgot what it's called. -1 or something. It's something like that. I still gotta watch that movie. But that's the one that I hear really good things about. So I gotta watch that one. This Godzilla, I don't know. These are gonna be like, kaiju campy, like battles and stuff. Like if you're into that, there's a market for this. Go for it. It's fine. But I'm not really into these kind of movies myself. All right, Legend of Zelda. Okay. I think this one's going to be huge for sure. Legend of Zelda as big, if not as big, as Super Mario. I think this one's going to be big. I think this one is trying to be what I've read about it. It is trying to be the next kind of like Lord of the Rings, which I don't think you can beat Lord of the Rings, but it would be a nice add-on to that kind of, lore and story with the fantasy genre kind of deal, like the medieval fantasy genre. I think this could work. This could work really well if Nintendo does this well and has a decent, production for it, a decent, actors and everything set, everything's well done. I feel like The Legend of Zelda could be one of the biggest movies of 2027 for sure. For sure. I feel like it could. This could be one of the biggest ones yet. I don't disagree about that one. Star Wars Starfighter. I think this movie is going to do okay numbers. I don't think this one is going to make people want to go back to watch Star Wars, to be honest. Star Wars is in a really bad place, and it has been for years. This could pique some interest, but I doubt this will. This is the one with Ryan Gosling, right? About starfighters. Yeah. Yeah, this is the Ryan Gosling one. So this one's coming out May 28th, 2027. Okay? We'll see what they have with this. How to Train a Dragon 2 live action. Okay. It's literally the same movie almost, 1-to-1, from what the animated was. Big deal, whatever kind of deal, Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse. I never really got into these Spider-Man movies, the Spideyverse movies. I heard the first one was good, and then the second one was kind of mid. That's what I heard. I don't know. But the only thing that I know people are like, oh, this is amazing. I love this. And I don't know why, but for some reason, this animation doesn't really vibe with me. I'm not into this stop motion kind of. It's not really stop motion, but it's a weird kind of animation. I'm not really digging it. Maybe if I actually sat down and gave it a try, maybe I'll enjoy it. But yeah, it's not really for me. Shrek 5, holy shit, man.
Holy shit.
Another movie we're gonna milk, Shrek. Aren't we okay with just 4 movies? To be honest, there's only 2 Shrek movies. 2 Shrek movies, and that's it. Straight up. There's only 2. The other 2 are pretty bad. Pretty bad. Like, they're forgettable. I forget most of what happens in Shrek 3 and 4. But in Shrek 1 and 2, they had the most memorable parts, and people remembered those the most. Straight up. Now we're getting back to Shrek 5 because we don't know what to do with Shrek. Or we gonna bring back IPs that have been gone for a while, and now they're back again. Like, what are we doing? Like, this is such an old IP now. It's like, can we just make some new creative IP characters and designs and stories to tell? I don't know. Like, I feel like there's nothing to tell anymore. Did they tell every fairy tale story? I don't even know. But it looks like they have a daughter now or something. So, there you go. Man of Tomorrow. Okay, so the follow-up for Superman, James Gunn's Superman, Man of Tomorrow. Okay, so in 2026, I think we're getting Supergirl, Man of Today, Tomorrow. I don't even know what it's called. But it's the Supergirl one. We're getting that. Yeah. And Superman was kind of a mixed bag, I would say. I feel like more it was just mid, to be honest. It was like passable, but it wasn't anything special. So, continuing Superman, James Gunn, with Man of Tomorrow, I don't know how it's going to resonate with people because this one didn't resonate as much as they thought it would, you know? So we'll see. We'll see with that one too. A Quiet Place Part 3. What is The Quiet Place? I never even seen this. It has been that long since we visited the world of John Krasinski's horror franchise. Thanks to the last year's prequel, A Quiet Place Day 1, but the core story with the family has been silent for 5 years. Okay. I don't know what this is. I don't know if it's good or not. Let me know, guys, if this is a good movie, A Quiet Place. I never seen it before. I probably never seen this one before. I've heard of it, but I never seen it. So, I don't know. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem 2. Yuck. I'll pass on that. I'm more excited. I hated this animation. I'm more excited in the Ninja Samurai one they're doing. It's like a more gruesome. I don't know if that's is that a game or a show? I forget what they're doing for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know what it's called, but I didn't watch the first one, and I'm not gonna watch this one. Not for me. The Batman Part 2. Okay, I am interested what they're gonna do to finish this whole thing with this Batman. It's been a long time since they did something with the Batman, and yeah, the actors are getting older now, so we gotta get this going. We have this established lore in the Batman. I know people are gonna be mixed with the Batman. I didn't hate it as much as other people of the Batman. I thought it was fine. It was okay at most. It's nothing that good. I feel like the atmosphere of the world is probably the best part about the whole movie. I feel like this is the best Gotham, in my opinion. It feels like the one from Batman animated series style for me. I dig the car he had in this one. I liked a lot. The Penguin was good. The show was really good for the Penguin. So that was a banger. That was a good hit. The Batman himself, And the villain, I wasn't a fan of the Riddler either in this. It was just a Zodiac killer ripoff. Yeah, I don't know. I am interested to see how they're gonna end this for sure, because when I remember this coming out, I thought this would be really crazy. It would be like a really good Batman, but it turned out to be pretty divisive with a lot of people liking or hating it, kind of deal. I'm like in the middle. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. It's like, it's all right. Frozen 3. Don't care about Frozen. I watched Frozen 1 when it first was like a big hit. Everyone was talking about Frozen. And then I didn't watch Frozen 2 because I really don't care. I watched Frozen once, and I was like, never again. I'm good. Thank you. It's not a movie for me. Maybe if, you have kids, I guess this could work, But I don't know. I'm not digging this movie. I like Disney. Like I always say, I like Disney when they had the 2D animations, when it was hand-drawn. I think that's when Disney's animation was the top, like, peak Disney animation. Now when we have these, like, CGI characters and animators, it loses the essence. And I feel like every character now, you look at, like, Tangled, you look at Frozen, you look like Moana, whatever it's called. They all have the same characteristic. Face animations, everything feels the same. I don't know. For me, personally, I don't see a difference in, like, the animation department for these. And I feel like it's lacking. Also, I think the stories are not as well told. But that's just me. The Lord of the Rings, The Hunt for Gollum. Why? Why are we...
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this little part in Lord of the Rings? It's like, Gollum, right? Schmeagol. I want the ring, Schmeagol. You know that character? That's like, in pulp culture, like everywhere, Schmeagol. Gollum. Let's make a movie about Gollum. No, I don't care. I don't want to know his backstory. I don't want to know about this little adventure he went through. I don't care. No. No, no, no. Avengers Secret Wars. Oh, yeah, this is probably going to end the year, right? December 17, 2027. Okay, yeah. I feel like this movie is not going to hit as hard as Avengers Endgame or Infinity War. I think Secret Wars is not going to be as good. We don't have the OG Avengers. We don't have a lot of things. It's just a bunch of actors doing superhero stuff in one movie. And then you have Doctor Doom with Robert Downey Jr. coming back as Doom, which is stupid. Absolutely stupid. We could have actually gotten a real Doom, but we're gonna bring back Iron Man, Tony Stark, to play Doctor Doom. Yeah, Marvel has lost its ideas, and this is their last hurrah, I would say, the last one. And this is gonna be like more than $1 billion movie, and it's probably not even gonna make its money back. Like, straight up, I think there's no build up for this movie, and the only people who are gonna watch this who has just FOMO, where they have to see the newest thing right now because everyone's talking about it. Those are the people who are going to watch this. I feel like normal people have moved on from Marvel, especially the movies. I think they've noticed how the writing has changed and how bad the writing has become. They've noticed, like, just horrible casting for actors. We had Pedro Pascal and Mr. Fantastic. That was a really not good casting. And people are just done with Marvel, to be honest. I feel like Marvel just needs to just chill for a couple of years and then try to think what they're doing, because they're moving too fast and they're doing stuff without actually looking it over. They're already filming the movie without even like half of the script done or even made the script yet. Like, that's insane. You don't make movies like that. You don't make movies where I film, but there's no script kind of deal. Like, you need to know from point A to point B where you're going kind of deal, you know? There's not like, oh, we're going to move as the movie goes, like, kind of story-wise. It's like, no, that's not how you do things. You write a script, or you have some stuff pre-planned, what you're going to do and what lines you're going to say. And then you can record from there when you have everything set. It's called creatively knowing what you're doing to make actually a good product. But Disney/Marvel doesn't know how to do that. They don't know. They just need to get it fast out as possible. And that's not the way. That's not how you do it. When I make my skits, most of the skits I do, I have a predetermined what I want to do here at this moment, this part, what I'm going to say, what I'm going to do, how I'm going to act. Everything's pre-made. As well, sometimes when I do my longer videos, I write a script because I'm going to forget what I'm going to say on the fly. Not like right now, I'm live, but I'm just going to forget what I'm going to say. And I don't want to, do jibble-jabble, talk about things and don't know what I'm saying no more. No, it's a script, and I'm doing it one-to-one. Point A to point B, you have everything I have to say, and I do those longer videos or whatever, and you get the premise of what I'm going to say. It's more consistent. It's more concise. It's more, what's the word? More professional, I would say. I feel like it's more professional. But when we're live, we're just talking things, doing things, having fun, having a blast, talking about things, and that's it. So, yeah, that's it for that. Is there any comments? I would have added Pixar's Gato. That looks very interesting. Nevertheless, I'm pretty shocked of how Stack 2027 is already looking. 3 or 4 of seem to pique my interest, but I am pickier than most. I'm hyped for all of these. Nothing new. All part 2 plus. True. Good year for movies if you're like 10 years old.
God damn!
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Holy shit.
That's so good, dude. Oh, that's so true, though. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? That's so true. Yeah, they are. Yeah, this is just Cope from ScreenRant, straight up. Like, all these movies they're showing, they're all big budget movies. Obviously, they're show those. But all these movies are sequels, you know, prequels. We got new Star Wars stories. We got ones that imitate. We got some new movies from existing IPs. Like, none of these are anything too big. A lot of them are really kid-friendly, to be honest. Like, where is the maturity movies? The ones that have actually oomph to it, where I am actually attached to the story or the characters, you know. But this is just meh. This doesn't look like anything I'd be interested in. I think another one, let me just check real quick. Sub, guys, and like the stream again. Popped up again, so there you go. Let me check another one here real quick, guys, because I remember. I don't know if I saved it. I saw something about some other movies as well. I think it was on Twitter or something. Let me check real quick here, guys. I think it was on Twitter. Let me see here. Because they, like, forgot some movies here. They really did. They forgot some movies. Like, that movie list was pretty trash, to be honest. It didn't look that exciting. Like, none of those movies, I like, oh, cool, that's coming out. I'll just wait when it comes out, you know, kind of deal. Like, not really, like, jumping up for joy, to be honest. Oh, here he is. Here we go, guys. So, here we go. Zelda, Sonic, Shrek, Frozen, The Quiet Place 3, Man of the Batman, Avengers, Passion of the Christ 2. There you go. Passion of the Christ 2. How the...
Holy shit.
How the frick are they going to do Passion of Christ 2? Like, what is... Is Jesus going to come back from the dead, have his revenge on the Romans? Or is he going to be like, surprise, I didn't die on the cross, but I am going to live my life hidden from the world? Or what is Passion of the Christ 2? Like, what is that even going to be about? I heard rumors that Mel Gibson's doing it, so it's like he's fighting hell, and he's going to be like freaking destroying all the demons and monsters going through hell, and then he resurrects to heaven or something. I don't know. I heard rumors about that. I was like, yeah, that sounds weird. We don't need that. We really don't. But yeah, Passion of Christ 2 coming 2027. There you go. So weird, dude. What the hell? What the heck, guys? I don't even know. I don't even know, guys. So weird. All right. Enough of this movie rant. We talked a lot about the movies coming out in 2027, so in 2 years, pretty much. We got more topics here, guys. So, let's see. Let's see what we got here, guys. Let's see. Here we go. All right. MachineGames hints at a new Wolfenstein game. All right, so I guess we're continuing Wolfenstein. which I played the one, what was it called? Like Colossi or something, Dawn Colossi or something, and it was like the one with New Blood or something. That's the Wolfenstein I played like recently, not like the old Wolfenstein, obviously, but Wolfenstein is a cool genre. I think it's cool because it's like a what if scenario if like the Nazis won, kind of deal, and how would everyone cope with all the issues that was going on during that time. It's like that kind of aspect where they had total control. Like that's a cool what if scenario, and if they can like stop it from happening, change time itself. It has some time stuff in it. I thought it was a cool concept, but yeah, I would be down, but hopefully they don't mess it up because, modern gaming is kind of weird now, just like a few years ago, it was pretty decent and it was just going downhill, like especially in the AAA space. But a new documentary on Wolfenstein may hint at the future of the series for MachineGames. The Wolfenstein franchise, which started in 1981, has been doing strong since. The recent titles done by MachineGames have been critically acclaimed for its intense action gameplay and engaging stories. While it's been almost 6 years since we last met with BJ Blazkowicz, it seems we aren't done with his story, which I thought so, because I had a feeling they would do like a trilogy of those games, Wolfenstein Reboot is a trilogy, says series director. And there you go. It's a trilogy. Let's see. I think this is important to say because we have always seen this as a trilogy. This is the director saying. Says Gustavsson in the documentary. So that journey for BJ, even during those first weeks at ID, when we mapped out New Order, that's what it's called, New Order. That's the one I played, New Order, and New Blood. We still had the plan for at least that character. That will happen in the second one. What will happen in the third one? I think that's important to say because at least I hope that we're not done with Wolfenstein yet. We have a story to tell. So yeah, they're making Wolfenstein 3. They're still trying to figure out how can they wrap it up, the story for this trilogy for Wolfenstein. I'm down for it if they can do it correctly, We saw how Doom did pretty good. Doom the Dark Ages, it was okay, I guess. It's a prequel kind of deal, but it was okay. But I know from Doom like 2016 and Doom Eternal, it did really well. People enjoyed the Doom ones. So I wonder what they're going to do with Wolfenstein to finish up the story kind of deal. I would like it if they did like a throwback to the old Wolfensteins where they actually fight like Hitler in a mech suit. That would be pretty funny if they actually did that, but I don't know if they will. I remember something about that with the mech suit thing, but yeah, I still got to go back and finish some of the Wolfenstein games. Other things happen, other games happen, and I put it in my backlog on Steam, so I'll play it eventually. But yeah, I'm down for more Wolfenstein for sure. No questions about that. Wolfenstein the game. All right. I went into gaming, but I think we should go back to movies again or TV series. Sorry, guys. Going back to TV series. So we got more shows or series with game adaptations with them. So here we go. Amazon's God of War to begin filming in March 2026, it's claimed. So yes, there is a God of War, the reboot, or God of War 4, or God of War 2018 happening. They're making a show on Amazon. And what I've heard about this, especially like the director and stuff, he sucks at games. And I don't know what he's going to do, if he's going to copy and paste what God of War is, because God of War 2018 is very cinematic and he can easily copy and paste it. But is he? Don't know. So, according to a new claim, Amazon's God of War could start filming soon in March 2026, while PlayStation iconic God of War series has entered many since 2005. A Hollywood adaptation has never happened in 2022. Prime Video's announced that the series would be brought to streaming, with many of the game's talent producing. News surrounding the adaptation has been quite silent, but it seems that likely to change should the rumor be correct. Okay. I'm concerned about this one for sure. I feel like it would have been better if they started with the first God of War, like the very, very first one from like PS2. I feel like that story would have been more interesting, like a Greek mythology style, instead of going into right where 2018 is, because 2018 is like a soft reboot, but it still has a lot of stuff that you need to sort of know of where Kratos came from and who he is, I would say. Yeah, that would just confuse a lot of people that never played the games before, kind of deal, like, those people. But the fans will know what's up, It's just I would think it would be better to go back and play the ones with the Greek mythology instead of the Nordic mythology style, but that's just me. Yeah, but what I heard about, we're not going to read this whole thing, but what I heard about this is that, yeah, the director is not like a gamer. He doesn't know what this is really, and he's just like, oh, and then you watch some cutscenes, and he's like, oh, okay, so that's what I have to do. Like, he told his son or his daughter to play the games because he sucks at games. He's not good at playing games. He plays the controller upside down. And he's just not a gamer. And it doesn't seem like he's a fan either for the IP. So why is he directing this? Like, at least, we had the Resident Evil director, or the new director, Zach Kreger. Like, he's talking about how much he loves Resident Evil games, and he never watched the Resident Evil movies ever because he doesn't want to disappoint himself. And he says the games are the best versions, obviously, and how he's going to be faithful pretty much, or in the vein of the games itself. So gamers are going to love it, but moviegoers are probably not going to love it as much as gamers are going to love it. So it's very Easter egg heavy, I would say, a lot of stuff there. But like, he understands Resident Evil, But this guy, whoever's directing this, I don't know who it is, but he's not. It doesn't seem like he is. So we'll see with this, with what happens with God of War, the Amazon Prime series. Yikes. I don't know about that one, guys. I don't know about that one. I'm a little bit concerned with that one. We have another TV series coming, and it's also game version of it, a game adaptation. And guess what it is, guys? Well, it's Life is Strange. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Huh?
Life is Strange. Yes, it is. Life is Strange TV show announced for a Prime Video. Oh, boy. Life is Strange would be finally coming to TV with the help of Prime Video. Released in 2015, Life is Strange has charmed players with spectacular storytelling, and meaningful themes. Bringing the IP to Hollywood has been a long load, with multiple people attached at one time. It was at Legendary, which had Street Fighter prior to Paramount. Oh yeah, we talked about the Street Fighter one. Now Prime Video. Okay, the end of the fucking worlds. Charlie Convey to write Prime Video's Life is Strange. Life is Strange. So the guy who made the fucking world, the end of the fucking world, is writing for Life is Strange. Oof. I think I remember watching like the first season of that show, and I don't know, it was very chill, and then it got really weird, and then I just stopped watching it. I totally forgot what happened in that show, but I remember watching a little bit of it. It was kind of weird, for sure. And this is what he has to say: "It's a huge honor to adapting Life is Strange for Amazon MGM Studios." Convell started to Verity. "I am a massive fan of the game, and I'm thrilled to be working with these incredible teams at Square Enix Story Kitchen and Lucky Champ. I can't wait to share Max and Chloe's story with fellow players and now audiences alike." The only reason why is this, if not, you can make choices in Life is Strange. You could be normal girl. You could be more than a normal girl. You could be a little bit more spicier. But you can do choices in Life is Strange, especially the first one, since he's making the first one, obviously. They're not going to make the other ones, hopefully. It has a cool concept. It does, because I remember playing the first one, and I did beat it. It has a cool butterfly effect where you can change and stop time and do things differently. The story could be told well, but the thing is, I don't think it will fully. If not, it will be pretty cringe at best. In my opinion, I might see this being really cringe. But who knows? Who knows? A lot of interesting things. The story follows Max, a photographer student who discovers she can rewind time while saving the life of her childhood best friend, Chloe. As she struggles, why is this going to be weird? Because Chloe is like that punk rocker, but I think she's like an activist kind of deal. And, yeah, a lot of people are going to be turned off from that. But Max is more, I feel like she's more chill. She's more like an indie girl kind of deal, very artsy. And, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. As she struggles to understand this new skill, the pair investigates the mysterious disappearance of fellow students, uncovering a dark side to them, town, and will ultimately force them to make an impossible life or death choice that will impact them forever. So yeah, it has like a science fiction mystery to it, Scooby-Doo aspect of it. That part's kind of cool. I like that kind of, story. Kind of like, I would say like Riverdale or something. It's going to be like something like that. But let me click on Variety, see what they have to say on X, because I feel like these comments are going to be spicy. It's actually unimaginable, but how woke and terrible this show will be. But I'm ready to laugh and enjoy all the hate content for it on YouTube. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. That's why I was trying to not think about it. I didn't want to bring it up. But yeah, it's going to be very, as you can say, woke. I think it will be. I think it will be. If it's not, and it's just two girls being friends together, nothing else, not romantically, like Last of Us Part 2 with Dina and Ellie, and lesbians kind of deal. And it's just like, yeah, it's just two girls being friends, and Max is trying to find Chloe and all this. It's like actually like a girl story talking about friendship. Like, I would be surprised if it's just that, but it's going to be more than that. We already know it's going to have some weird messaging in it. You already know. Call me. I want to be part of this. Amazon, so it'll be retarded.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Yep.
Huh?
Oh, wow. Is going to lose his mind when he sees the news. Huge get for Amazon. I don't know who that is. But yeah. Please just Max story. The rest were so bad. See? Like, people just like the first game, and that's it for this franchise. Like, I never touched the others, and I don't even plan to. I'm just good as when I played this game, and I really don't want to touch this game anymore. But for what it was fine. It was passable. If I went back, since I played that like years ago, if I went back and played it again, I'd probably have less I would have a less good time playing it now, I would say, than when I played it then. But I don't know. People change, and yeah, like you're thinking when back then you were like, oh, this was so good, and then you play it now, it's not good. Have you ever had that moment? That's me sometimes, where I remember this being really good, and then I go back to playing like years later, and it's like, oh, it's not even that good. It happens. Once in a while it does. Not all the time, but it does sometimes. So this game would be probably that. But I know it's like a story adventure, so kind of deal. So yeah. So that is Life is Strange. Amazon Prime series coming, guys. Yeah. Yeah, pretty weird, right? Didn't expect that, but kind of expectable, but not really. Could have expected, but not. Okay. More topics, guys, here. Let's check out here. Let me see here. Here we go. Borderlands 4. So Borderlands 4. Some people got to play it early access, I guess, or to review it or whatever. And Pirate Nation here says Borderlands 4 will feature de novo, DRM, and Simpanti. I don't know what that is. Optimization is reportedly poor. It is developed in Unreal Engine 5. And you can see it here. So that's already a red flag. That's not going to be good. Since Unreal Engine 5 is not the best engine. It's a overhyped engine. And it has problems in performance a lot in a lot of games. Optimization is poor. Okay, that's not good. That's not good from the start, because when you have poor optimization like Dragon's Dogma 2 or like Monster Hunter Wilds, just to name a few, it sours the experience of the game for sure. The Nouveau, another one that's probably going to slow it down. And then there's another one here posted. Borderlands 4 performance optimization is poor at 549 with RTX 4080 and frame generation on. It achieves 60-70 frames per second. Without frame generation, it drops to 30 frames per second. Ooh. This game also stutters and freezes per a YouTube with early access. Ooh. That's not good. That's not good. And that's not a bad graphics card, for having this much issues. Like, people are going to be scared that, like, the graphics card, CPU, GPUs are going to start melting. That's not good if that's a problem, for this game. I'm just saying, Borderlands 4, I don't think it's going to be the game everyone, like, all these Borderlands, fans are excited for it. Obviously, they probably want to play, like, something that's like Borderlands 1 and 2, because 3 was disappointing. But I think it's not going to be the same. It's not going to be that. I feel like it's just going to be probably just a mid-game, to be honest, and nothing special. I don't know. That's just me. I feel like it's not going to be that good. So let's check this out. 5:49 is when. Let's see this video. He marked it. Can't hear it. Let me put it on. Okay, let's go. 5:49. So. Where is it? Was it 5:49? I think so. Let me see. 5:49, yeah. Okay. I'm losing my train of thought. Okay. Let's see these stutters and problems with performance.
Now let's take a turn and talk about performance, because it is a bit ropey at the moment. On our RTX 4080 rigs and i7 CPUs, frame rates were solid enough, around 60 to 70 in cluttered combat moments and boss fights with frame gen on. Without it, it dips down to 30 to 40. But honestly, it's completely playable, and since with frame gen you have over 60 pretty much all of the time, it feels great. The bigger issue though is stuttering. Moving through areas quickly often causes hitches and brief freezes, which really breaks up the flow of things.
Yeah, that's not good if that has it already from the start. Like, that shouldn't be a thing, you know? But it is.
Supposedly, this is going to be fixed in a day one patch, and to be fair, the stability itself is excellent. Neither of us have had a single crash so far, but still the stuttering is something that really needs addressing. Another co-op issue we ran into is that if you're not the party leader, sometimes your bullets just don't connect to enemies. In the middle of a fight, that can be incredibly frustrating, so hopefully it's something that Gearbox is aware of.
When I see this gameplay, it doesn't give me it doesn't inspire me to pick it up and play it, to be honest. It looks very generic. That's just me. Like, a few years ago, this kind of animation was, like, interesting enough. But now a lot of games use this kind of animation, and it just loses its essence. It just loses the wow factor of it now, you know? And to be honest, if I saw this gameplay, I would think you're playing Borderlands 1 or 2, to be honest. I don't see much of a difference. I don't know. Maybe because I'm not like a huge Borderlands fan or whatever, but I barely see any difference.
And working on. On the other side of things,
I guess maybe the UI is different, and maybe like the guns. I guess, I don't know.
On mouse and keyboard, while 2.6 plays on controller. And I want to point out that the default sensitivity on the mouse was weirdly high. I had to lower it by a whole 20% across the board to make it feel normal, and that's unusual for me because I basically never adjust my sensitivity settings in any game, and my mouse is always set to my specific DPI. It's not a deal breaker, but it's just worth flagging if mouse and keyboard players feel it's a bit off. Now overall, Borderlands 4 is shaping up to be the most fun I've had with the series since Borderlands 2. The expanded builds, the smoother combat, better loot variety, and a more alive.
It feels like he's not being fully honest about it. But I could be wrong. You know, this is early access review, so they're always gonna have to say positive things about it. Obvious early access. If they say some bad things about a lot of performance issues, he said, oh, there's just tiny bits here and there. It dips on 30, 40, and sometimes 60, 40, or 50, 60, 70. He's probably playing on lower graphics. He's probably playing on like medium or something. I don't know, but like,
world really captures that sense of discovery. You know? The mission here was fun, the boss felt really engaging, and the co-op is super easy to jump into.
He might be playing like, you know, 1080 frame, a resolution of 1080, and maybe on medium graphics, and then probably like 60 frames or 30 frames.
But the
Let me
technical
see.
issues are a real hindrance
It
right
looks 30 to me, but I could be
now,
wrong.
and whether that gets fixed will really make or break it for a lot of people's experience.
Doesn't feel like 60.
Still, from what I've played so far, the core gameplay is really strong and
But it's
engaging.
YouTube, so you don't know.
We'll need way more hours in the endgame to know how it holds
It looks
up.
so choppy. I don't know. It doesn't look that good. It doesn't look polished.
But my impressions in the context of this mission is that it's very promising. So that's it for our preview of Borderlands 4. We'll have more coverage and a full...
Well, that's pretty much Borderlands 4 for you. So we'll see when this game comes out, but I feel like it's going to do well. I think it's going to do well with numbers, but I feel like the feedback for it is going to be poor. It's going to be poor. So, yeah. So that's Borderlands for you. That's Borderlands in a nutshell. And yeah, Borderlands 4 is not looking too good. Not at all. Yikes. Okay. Did not like this. I don't like to see games doing poorly like that, but you have to call that out. You have to call it when it's not good. Same with Metal Gear. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater has performance issues. I'm not going to say that. Again, Unreal Engine 5. But the thing is, they took away De Novo, so that already helps it a bit. And there are problems with that game as well. So it's not perfect, but it is still a fun game, to be honest. It's still, as you remember, classic, but with better graphics. But okay, so I think we're done with the small topics. We'll go into other topics on Friday. Let's get into these bigger topics now. So let's get into first with this Final Fantasy thing here, guys. And Kingdom Hearts. All right, so I'm on that Park Place, and they have this article here, and it says Tetsunoya Nomura gives update on Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 and Kingdom Hearts 4 development. So he's going to be talking, I guess, a little bit of what is going on with the development of both of these games. Apparently, they're both still happening. Obviously, Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 is going to happen. They said they're going to finish it, but Kingdom Hearts 4 is still up in the air. We saw that trailer like a few years ago, and nothing happened after that. So what is happening with that as well? So let's see. Let me zoom in here real quick, guys. All right. So fans of Square Enix's biggest franchise received some long-awaited reassurance this week during a live stream celebrating the second anniversary of Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis. Creative director Tetsuya Nomura addressed questions about both Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 and Kingdom Hearts 4. His comments were brief but clear. Development is on track, and officially announcements are coming soon than some may expect. So what he's saying, I guess we'll be reading this, that they're becoming soon. So we're going to get more info about these, maybe coming out next year, already Part 3, don't know. And then maybe Kingdom Hearts in 2027. Let's see what he says. The most exciting moment of the live stream came from Nomura discussing progression on the third and final chapter of the Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy. It is going very smoothly, he said. The announcement timing has been decided, and we will stick to that schedule. So please rest assured and wait. My guess, Final Fantasy Part 3, they already pretty much know. They said they know what they're doing. I don't know that fully what they're doing, because with all those whispers and time stuff and trying to predict fate and all the fanficky bullshit, I don't know if they know. I think they know that they're gonna have to at the very end of it end it as close to as possible to the original Final Fantasy VII. That's a given. If it ends interruptly a different way completely, it would piss off a lot of people. It would piss off a lot of people. Because they already pissed off a lot of people just with Remake, the first part, and Rebirth, the second part. Like, they pissed a lot of fans. And it split, like, a lot of Final Fantasy VII fans, obviously, because 7th one, in two kind of deal. But it is what it is. Like, what we thought was a remake originally, like I said, we thought it would be good graphics, you know, more modern action style, and same story, you know. But we got better graphics, obviously, a huge revamp action, not turn-based anymore, and a different kind of story. So that's what pissed off a lot of people. That's what literally didn't want a Kingdom Hearts fanfic or aspect kind of story. They wanted just a one-to-one, like what we have with Metal Gear, or we had with Resident Evil 1 Remake. We had those. That's how it should have been done. I'm okay if it was good graphics, even if the action combat, if they made it more like turn-based style, while also, you know, having in-betweener, it's like turn-based style, you can do that, or you can go into the more action-orientated. I think that would have been really cool, but they went with the action aspect. That has a lot of RPG elements to it too, sort of. Yeah, it does. But as well as just do the story one-to-one. It's not that hard. You could have done that one-to-one. I understand it's harder than what you had like a PS2 with like Metal Gear, because you have to do it from scratch since it's a polygon, obviously. But can we just have the story one-to-one and not have all these time travel, fate stuff, BS? Zack survived. Zack didn't survive. What is going on? Oh my God. Characters are alive. Characters are not alive. Deal. We don't want what-if scenarios. We just want a one-to-one remake. That's all we wanted. Everyone wanted that, but we didn't get that. We got something else entirely. I'm not saying it's a bad game, per se. It's actually really fun, and I like the characters, how they're designed, and I like how the characters interact. A lot of the style, the action style of it is not too bad either, to be honest. It's not the worst. Could have been better. Tweaked a little bit. I think Rebirth might have made it better. I still need to play Rebirth. I didn't play that fully. But the story is the one that pissed me off the most, obviously. They did so much dumb shit in that. It just pissed me off. But, yeah. Let's continue. This follows early confirmation that the scenario for Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 3 was completed by the end of 2024. With full development beginning soon after Rebirth shipped. Co-director Nokoi Hamaguchi also assured fans that the project is making great progress. While no release date has been announced, Nomura's statement indicates that Square Enix already has a clear roadmap in place for the game's reveal. Hopefully. My guess is probably going to be at the Game Awards 2025, the Jeff Keighley one. I think that's where they're going to announce a teaser for it. Or if not, Tokyo Game Show. Upcoming right now, Tokyo Game Show. I feel like they're going to show some sort of teaser for that too. One of those. Tokyo Game Show or Game Awards. There you go. Kingdom Hearts 4 steady moving forward. Nomura also took a moment to address the status of Kingdom Hearts 4. His comments were short, but they hit the right notes for a fan base often left wondering about long development cycles. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4 we know nothing about, barely. Kingdom Hearts 4 is likewise steadily moving forward according to a schedule. So please look forward to it, he said. First announced in 2022, the game marks the beginning of the Lost Master arc in the Kingdom Hearts storyline. It's the beginning. Okay, so yeah, they ended Kingdom Hearts 3, and a lot of people weren't really thrilled about how Kingdom Hearts 3 ended, I would say. I feel like I played a lot of the Kingdom Hearts, and then I stopped at 3. I played a little bit of 3, and I just literally stopped playing it. I don't know. When I had Kingdom Hearts 3, like, I played it, like, the beginning sections, and then a little bit, and I'm like, this writing is so ass. Like, it was just so bad. I'm like, I don't remember this being this bad, kind of deal. But I don't know. I felt maybe Kingdom Hearts 3 felt a little bit easier than other Kingdom Hearts games. I don't know. It just didn't hit as hard. I gotta go back and actually finish it, but when I heard from other people and fans, they weren't really too happy about the endings for the whole franchise, I would say. But it's not the end yet. There's more. Through details remain scarce, Nomura reassures that everything is according to schedule, suggests the team is sticking to the internal milestones without delay. Okay. Eternal, my bad. What these updates matter, Square Enix communication has always been a double-edged sword. Fans love learning from Nomura, but the director reputation for complex timelines and delayed projects have been varied. Well, yeah. This time, however, the message is straightforward. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is now only in development, but progression smoothly. The reveal day is set. Kingdom Hearts 4 continues to be advanced on schedule without any signs of trouble. Okay, so they're just saying everything's fine, everything's good. Don't be worried. Okay, pretty much.
Huh?
Sure. So in behind the scenes, they're like, oh my God, what are we doing? Oh, they're going to hate this. We're going to change this story right now. Like, nah, it's not like that. Imagine if it was like that, though. Like, they're like, you just see, like, computers going on fire, and they're like, oh shit, what are we doing? Oh no, people are going to hate this. Oh, what are we doing? And then it's like, nah, everything's fine. It's like that meme with the dog or whatever in the fire, and you just sipping the coffee. I have coffee right here. And it'd be like, everything's fine, everything's okay kind of deal. Imagine, I feel like that would happen. Yeah, but to be honest, they probably do want to say everything's fine, everything's good, everything's going as planned, because they're not going to say it's not. It's a company. Companies usually say this. They don't want to, like, lose people and be like, uh-oh, there's problems ahead, kind of deal, because it would make headlines and stuff, But yeah, that's pretty much it for Square with Kingdom Hearts 4 and Final Fantasy 7 Remake Part 3, which I think it's going to be called Reunion, because Sephiroth keeps on saying, it's the reunion kind of thing. He always says that. I think it's going to be Reunion or something Reing hard? No. I don't know. Reunion. Rematch. I don't know what it's going to be called. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that, guys. Interesting, to say the least, for Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy. Okay, next topic, guys. Let's get into Resident Evil here, guys, because there's a lot of Resi here to talk about, guys. So, let's see. Where should I go from here? So there is. So we're gonna watch this video. I just found this, and this is 2025 Biohazard / Resident Evil live action Night of Heroes in English. So Universal Studios in Japan has a Resident Evil showing, I would say, like a live performing showing attraction, I guess, with merch, food, all sorts of different things. And they did this last year. I just heard of it recently, and they just had this. But this is by, if you want to check this video, I'm going to give this guy a like. If you want to check this video, it's called Exploring with Jason. So if you want to, you could check him out. He recorded this in Japan, where he was. This is like Universal Studios Horror Night, where it's like an attraction kind of deal. In America, they have this, but they don't have Resident Evil theme, which I thought that's pretty sick because, as you guys know, I'm a huge sucker for like Resident Evil stuff. I'm a huge fan. I love the games. Not so much the movies. But yeah, so we're going to check this out. Let me put it on a good volume and we're going to check this out, see if it's good. I think we'll do this for now.
Hey guys, and welcome back. And today is the 5th of September 2025. And
so yeah, they started this, and I think this is it lasts until like November. So it started now, the beginning of September, it lasts to November, and then this part leaves out during the Halloween session, I guess, fall session. They're going to have this.
It's the first day of Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Japan. And in this video, I'm going to shoot a new English version of the Biohazard, aka Resident Evil Night of Heroes attraction. So without further ado, please enjoy.
We're going to give him like these things. If he wants to, there was to subscribe, like, all the things they want. You follow this guy. I just want to show you because he recorded the whole thing, and that's pretty badass. So, and this is the English dub. Last year they only had Japanese dubbed version of this, but now it's English too. So he recorded the English dub for this live scene. It's so sick. I'm gonna skip to the part where they actually go because it's like a whole like Raccoon City kind of thing. It's pretty sick. I think this was it. And it's like a 360 live story going on. Kind of deal. Put it down just a bit. Tiny here. Like that. Okay. There's zombies. Bruh. Wesker. There's Albert Wesker.
Alright, I'll take you on. Come and get me.
Claire Redfield. I have to say, they got actually good casting, good cosplayers to play these roles for it. And they used the English voice actors from, I would say, the recent Resident Evil games, the remakes, and, 8 and 7 kind of deal. They use the same voices from those. So, yeah.
You leave them alone!
There's Claire running. Shooting and gunning the zombies.
Seriously?
RE2. That's so
Everyone stay
sick.
back. Don't get near them.
It's so sick.
Hey, you okay? Hang in there. I got you.
That's so sick. What we got next? Is it my boy Chris? Yeah, Chris Redfield. Fuck yeah. Give me an egg. Thanks. Put up the volume. Action packed right now. Clear.
Thanks. Thanks.
Thanks. Oh shit. Yo, it's a liquor. That's so sick. Liquor time.
So no warm welcome, huh?
That's sick.
Story of my life.
Yo, Leon S. Kennedy. Pretty badass. Kia. Liquor. Kia. You gotta do the Kia. Kia. Yeah, he was badass too, Leon. Ooh, Ada. Ada Wong. Sexy lady, Ada. Fuck. Sniper.
You owe me one, Leon.
Damn, girl. Where you going?
Oh my God!
Yo, Chris. My boy Chris.
Here he comes!
Jill! I love Jill. Jill's awesome. Demi!
Everyone ready?
You know it!
Let's settle this.
Hey, over here!
Finish him off! Oh shit! He's getting wrecked!
Get down!
Seizure warning! Oh shit! Yo!
Multiple evidence. It's an umbrella site. There's gotta be something.
Look! There's something over there! I'm on it!
Jill, what are you doing? Head back!
Cover me!
It's so cool.
Incoming fire! You stubborn son of a...
Jill! Hurry up! I'm gonna use the railgun. Keep him busy.
Oh, he's gonna use the railgun just like in 3 Remake. Here we go. Not the Magnum. Good.
Alright, this is our shot. Everyone aim! Fire!
There she is with the railgun. There's Jill.
Let's finish this!
Boom. That's cool. No more Nemi.
You've given me valuable data. We'll settle this
Wesker.
soon.
Oh shit, it's from RE5 Wesker.
We lost a lot of good operatives, though.
Yeah. But at least we saved everyone here, right?
Definitely. Okay, let's get out of here. The gate is this way. Follow me.
Is everyone okay? No injuries. Okay, set out!
Damn. Pretty sick. Is that Hunk?
Please head out. You're safe now.
So after this, they go in and they can see different areas. Oh shit. Halloween preview videos. There you go. You can check them out. Check this whole video if you want. Exploring with Jason. This is the 2025 Biohazard / Resident Evil live action Night of Heroes in English. So there you go. Check it out if you want to. And there is more here, guys. Let me show you. There is more. So, yeah, I thought that was really cool for like an intro or whatever, like a showing. That's pretty badass. But apparently, they got also merch here. So, yeah, they got merchandise. So they have plushies, liquor plushies, and all sorts of things like RPD stuff. Like if you look here, see, you can get like pouches, hats, shirts, all sorts of things. Your little plushies and stuff. It's pretty cool. BSAA stuff. There you go. RPD. There's a liquor. There's more. Posters. Pretty dope. Keychains. More liquor stuff. RPD. Oh, it's a pouch, an extra pouch. That's cool. So yeah, it's pretty cool, right, guys? You could do like, you can get like so much like different merch here that you probably can't get anywhere else, to be honest. Here's another footage of it.
So no warm welcome, huh? Story of my life.
It's pretty sick, right? Liquor. Get wrecked. Kia. Some John Wick Leon over there. Pretty sick. And then they had this. So they had specials you can get. And there is the Chris Redfield steak set, which is just let me zoom in real quick here. Which is this steak set strengthens Chris' mind and body. The green and the red herb that accompany it will help him regain his strength and prepare him for the next mission. The Jill Valentine drink lemon ginger ale, alcoholic or non. Leon S. Kennedy Coke Mojito, alcoholic or not. A Claire Redfield Berry Rogue Soda, alcoholic or not. And then Albert Wesker Smoke Tea, alcoholic or not. Limited edition coasters. For every drink you order, you will receive a special coaster. Okay, so this is what you see. So this is the main thing, the poster. Here's the drinks. I kind of want to try out the smoked tea. I don't know how tea smoked will taste like, to be honest, but sounds interesting. I'll try it. But I'd probably try out the Jill one because I like the ginger ale. I think that sounds good. The lemon ginger ale. That's probably good with the Chris Redfield's meal. So you got the green and red herb, I guess. I don't know. So this is a steak meal. It looks like with potatoes and veggies. I don't know what that is. At first I thought it was like squash. And then this looks like some sort of like red pasty. Maybe it's like cranberry sauce. I have no clue, but yeah. I would probably taste that. And there's the coasters. Which is cool because they updated how the characters look in the games for these, but Wesker is the only one not updated. He's just from 5. But okay, that's fine. We're still not on 5, guys, for Remake, but we're going to get into that as well because Capcom has a weird thing with 5 right now. Remake 5. So, yeah. What else we got? I think that's it for that, right? Is that it? Yeah. There's more videos of it showing. You can see Ada. Pretty sick. There's Chris.
Claire, what were you thinking going in solo?
What a badass.
The stage is set.
Wesker.
Show me what you can do.
Barely see him though.
You stubborn son of a...
Jill.
I'm gonna use the railgun. Keep him busy.
Nemi looked kind of cool too. So yeah, that is Universal Studios Japan, Resident Evil or Biohazard. I thought that was pretty cool, to be honest. I thought it was a neat little thing. I wish they would do that at Universal Studios in America, but they don't. So they just started, I think, doing this, and I thought it was really cool. I wanted to share it with you all. Yeah, about this Resident Evil Universal thing. Now they have to do is actually do like crazy attractions for it instead of just like looking at Resident Evil like gear and, you know, looking at it and just buying the gear and stuff, but like do some actual like interactive like games, maybe like a light gun game or something. That would be cool. That'd be pretty dope, but don't know about that one too much. Let me see. How we doing here? We're doing okay? All right. We got one more topic to go through, and then we're going to end it, guys. Should be it for today. All right. Let me see what we got here. The last topics. Oh, actually, we have another one. I forgot to bring this up. We'll do a quick one. This is a... Or actually... No. No. I'll do it right now. I wanted to save it for Friday, but I'll do it right now, actually. So this is a quick one, guys. So, exclusive PlayStation 6 is planned to have a detachable disc drive on launch. Again, this is probably, take this with a grain of salt. Again, guys, it's not official yet. So, we'll see. Insider Gaming has learned that the PlayStation 6 plan to have a detachable disc drive when the console launches. First introduced in mid-generation for the PlayStation 5, the detachable disc drive was a means for PlayStation to reduce its production and cheaper costs, which most things now is digital, but I did like the physical aspect of having a disc and putting it in. But now today's thing about discs and like carts and all those cartridges, or the little carts you put in like the Switch, most of the games are already there. It's just like literally a passcode to say that you can play it or not. So most of it you still need to pre-download onto the console. So what's the point of having the disc? Obviously, not much. Everything's connected to your SSD, your hard drive, so there's no point. For the next generation of PlayStation, several sources who wish to remain anonymous because they were not authorized to talk about the company plans have said that the detachable disc drive here to stay for the next generation. Identically to the PlayStation 5 and its detachable disc. Yeah, like the PS5 Pro. That's pretty much the same thing. According to sources, unless these are changed at the last minute, PlayStation's firm on the decision because the disc drive for the PlayStation 5 hit all the company's internal targets. Again, it was related by the source. The decision was made to reduce manufacturing and shipping costs during uncertain times. So when they had when COVID hit during that time, and they were trying to sell like PS5, they didn't have enough PS5s, and they didn't have enough, I guess, disc drives or whatever. So the excuse is that they're saying, which there was chip shortages. That is true. I think there were chip shortages for sure. But during that time, they're thinking about, well, if we have a problem like this again, we can just do this kind of deal, you know, instead of making the cost to do the discs kind of deal. I don't know how much of a difference it really is, because it feels like it's still expensive. I don't know. Because that's what made the PS2 big and the PS3 in that aspect, is the PS2 had a DVD drive, and you just pop it in and you can watch any movies. That was the most best thing that they could ever do was it had its own DVD priority drive where you can watch your movies, TV shows, and whatnot, and also play games. That was the main thing that actually intrigued a lot of normies and like gamers to get the console itself. And then they made it even crazier with the PlayStation 3. They added the Blu-ray drive, disc drive, which was even more crazier and more stronger in performance. I think that's why it increased the price, and that's why it was like a really high at launch for the PlayStation 3. So, and then we had the PS4, which just stuck with the Blu-ray again, and then PS5 stuck with the Blu-ray and I think 4K, I'm not sure. And then they just got rid of it now. So now they're saying, oh, since everything's so expensive, and even if you think about it, most PCs don't even have disk drives no more. It's a detachable thing. It's literally becoming a PC. So the PlayStation 6 is a PC, straight up. So if you want a PC, you should just get a PC and not get a PS6. But that's just me. It's my opinion. If you like PlayStation, go do whatever you want. You buy whatever you want. But to be honest, I would just save up or get a PC instead of getting a PlayStation 6. Because why are we even talking about PlayStation 6 when PlayStation 5 came out like 5 years ago? Like, and how many games are there on PlayStation 5? I'm just saying a lot of it is just remastered and remakes, and then some sort of, a PlayStation game here and there, but it's not that much. You go back to the PlayStation 3 generation or the PlayStation 4 generation, and we had way more games on those than what we have on PS5. And all that said, you can just play all these games anyways ported to PC. So what's the point of having a PlayStation? I don't know. That's the question. So I don't know why we're talking about this when PS5 is still here and it still needs to cook, but it's not cooking enough. So it is what it is. It is what it is, you guys. That's the fact. So yeah, PlayStation 6, I guess, will have a detachable disc drive at launch. Not going to be happy about that, but at least they'll tell you there is a disc drive you can use. So that's good. They're not getting rid of fully physical games yet, apparently. Okay, so that was the last fast topic then. Now we finally can get into the other main topic, Resident Evil 5 Remake. So, I'm in Insider Gaming, and they have this article, and it says Resident Evil 5 Remake not in development, it's claimed. We pretty much know this because there's been leaks about Resident Evil After 9 Requiem. That what are they going to make? We had that leaker, Dust Golem, come up, and he talked about, well, they're making Resident Evil Code Veronica and Resident Evil 0 remakes. And we were like, okay, that kind of matches of what's going on. We kind of wanted that, as, fans wanted that because that was the only one that pretty much needed it. Code Veronica 0, not so much, but I'm fine. It's okay, whatever. But Code Veronica needed the most. But now it seems like Resident Evil 5 is not even in production or anything right now. Not even thinking about it at all. Which is weird because at the end of 4 Remake, especially if you played the DLC, the Ada Separate Ways, there literally has a nod to Resident Evil 5. So if Resident Evil 5 is not even in their thoughts right now of being remade, or remake, obviously, remade, it's like, what's going on? Are they scared about remaking this game? Or is there more to it? Let's read on. According to a new leak, the Resident Evil 5 remake we're all asking for isn't happening anytime soon. It's claimed there is more positive news about Code Veronica remake leaks, but it's a Chris Redfield sized punch to the gut where a Resident Evil 5 remake is concerned. Capcom has delivered some Sterling remakes in the last few years. Resident Evil 2 fully recognized fledged remake blew everyone but out of the water. And while the Resi 3 remake didn't reach the heights of the second game, which is true, it did not, it was still enjoyable and appreciated by fans. I wouldn't say appreciated by fans, but it was a fun game. I agree about that. I wouldn't say it's appreciated by fans. That's not the right word I would use. They have been reports for months about the next Resident Evil remake, and a new leak from a reliable source provided fresh details. Resident Evil 5 remake reportedly not greenlit by Capcom. So Capcom's a bit scared to touch this one right now or even think about it at this moment. The go-to leaker where Resident Evil news is concerned is back. Duskullum, the ex-user, is adamant that the RE5 remake has not been greenlit at this time. In short, if the report has accurate, then Capcom might be discussing the project, but there is no go-ahead to start working on the Resident Evil 5 remake. This means a remake of the 5th game is still years away. And for now, we have to focus on Resident Evil Requiem and Resident Evil Survival Unit as the only confirmed games in development. Okay, so the Survival Unit is like a mobile iOS game kind of deal. It looks like fixed person camera angle, a little bit more RPG heavy style. I don't know. It looks weird, but it looks at least closer to what the original, ones were on the PS1. With Resident Evil Requiem, which is the 9th one, is the next one coming out next year. So, yeah. Duskullum does say that the rumored Code Veronica remake is moving along nicely. Code Veronica remake has been in development since 2022. Wow. Okay, so 2023 was for remake, and they were already starting to do something in 2022 with Code Veronica. Interesting. Around 3 years of dev now, Code Veronica remake is ahead of schedule due to a very smooth dev cycle, though. Okay. That is good. It's good to hear about the reported Code Veronica remake. However, we can't help but feel a tingle of disappointment about Resident Evil 5, probably the next underrated game in the franchise. Is that a hot take? I feel like it is probably... I think it is underrated for sure, but I don't feel like it's survival horror to what it is. It's more action horror, I would say. But if you think about it, Resident Evil through 0 to 5 is like a whole story. Like everything in between those whole 0 to 5 is a story intertwined with the Umbrella Corporation. So it finishes that whole arc because you finish off Wesker through 0, you see Wesker in 0, and then you finish him at 5. That is a whole arc. And even the end of Oswald E. Spencer, the creator, of the Umbrella Corporation, he perishes in 5. So all of the people that were connected all are defeated by the end of that. All of them all get defeated. You got Birkin, we got Wesker, all of them get defeated. Pretty much. Ashford's, all of them get defeated. All of them are done for. All of the Umbrella organization members are done. pretty much. We'll see what they do with 9. Maybe there's a secret one still somewhere in the background that they forgot about, and now they're bringing it up again, kind of deal. I feel like that's what's going to happen in 9. But if you look at it in that perspective, yes, 5 would be the most action-orientated one because it is like all out. We're finishing the fight kind of deal because this is all that we went through. This is the end of that chapter. And then with 6, I don't know what happened there. It was just all like crazy out confusion and different things going on. And then 7 like did like a soft reboot and did like some sort of different kind of story with also 8 combining it. But if you look at it that aspect, yes, 5 is going to be the most action and horror action, I guess. But I think it is a fun game. It's probably one of the best co-op games I've ever played. It's one of my favorite. I go back to it a lot because it is actually fun. But is it a horror game? Not so much. It has some parts that are a little bit horror-esque, but it's mostly just action if you think about it. But yes, it is a good game. Well, the reason I think why... There's nothing here. Okay. The reason I think why they don't want to touch this is because, you know, you ask Capcom. So we got 2, 3, 4. What comes after 4? 5? Capcom's like, no, can we just do instead Code Veronica? I'll be like, okay, that's fine. After Code Veronica 5, right? Can we do 0 instead? Okay, that's a little bit questionable, but okay, fine, 0. And then 5, right? Can we do 1 instead? Okay, so we're going to redo remake of 1 again. Okay, cool. Then 5, right? Can we do Outbreak instead? So you could see the trend going. Imagine that just constantly, years and years, just constantly until they're out of remakes and they have to do 5. The reason why is because you have articles like this by Shill IGN and these dumbass articles by, you know, we got all these different media sources, gaming sites, legacy media that are absolutely against everything that what gamers want and want to listen to. This was like last year ago. If you remember, I made a video about this. The Resident Evil game that can't be remade. It's time to rewrite, not remake. You know why it's time to remake and rewrite the whole story completely? It's because it takes place in Africa. And guess what? In Africa, they got the minorities, obviously, of different types of people. You know, they're saying, oh, it's going to have black people in it now because Chris is doing some bad things with the black people in Africa and this and that. You got to be joking me. So they're just pulling out a race card here, pretty much. And Capcom's doesn't want to see this happen again since this happened even back then. I remember reading about this when Resident Evil 5 first came out. There would be articles like this all the time. All the time. And guess what? I played the game, and it wasn't racist or anything like that at all. So it was just a bunch of baloney that these legacy media articles were saying out just to promote their own IDs that this is wrong and this is how you're supposed to think kind of deal. When in general, what happened was you're in Africa to take down one of the biggest masterminds who is going to destroy the world with Chris Redfield when he's a white man and he's taking down the... Dude, you have a black woman on your team and she's also taking down her own people. Guess what? Her own people are infected. They're zombies now. They're not... Are you supposed to take it up the... You know what? And get grabbed by them and then start eating you? No, you're going to self-defense and try to actually get out of this situation. It's not like he's mowing people down and stuff like that. Like, this is the stupidest argument ever. And it's always has to do about this. They always use this stupid race card thing that they're going to have to put this in there, and it can't be remade. Yes, it can be remade. It can be easily remade. Everything can be the same, 1-to-1. Even if you're playing RE5, you played RE5 before. There's other ethnicity groups in the game itself too, not just black Africans in there. They got like mixed races. They have white, they got Asian, they got Indian. They have a lot of different people, types of ethnicities in there. Kind of like what like South Africa is kind of deal. They have different types of people, you know, and then they go into more of like the tribal aspect of it, obviously. But the corporations took over these people and they manipulated them and they turned them into zombies. That's the premise. If you know what the story's about, it has nothing to do about Kish beating up Africans. No, that's not what the premise of the game is all about. I laugh at this so much. It's the dumbest argument ever. And if Capcom bends the knee to these people, they're going to be a bunch of bitches. Straight up. People on the internet are going to be upset what they do. And it's going to piss a lot of people off if they change it or rewrite the story or do something completely differently. No, the story is fine. It has some interesting concepts. Even with the Jill aspect where she died but didn't die, and then Wesker's controlling, I thought that was a cool thing. Originally, the reason why it was supposed to be Jill and Kish together, because it was the final fight against Wesker. Originally, I think this was the original. I could be wrong about this, but originally it was Kish and Jill teaming up from the original Resident Evil to defeat Wesker. That was the final duel. But they had to change it is because they said, oh, if a white woman and white man in an African place, it wouldn't make no sense because they would need some sort of person that lives there in Africa, a black woman or man to join them in the fight, because it would make sense because they can help them around the area and understand what is going on in the area. So that does make sense, that does make sense. But if it originally wanted to be, it would have been Jill and Kish at the very end, but it didn't. Instead, they added Jill as like a second story arc to Wesker. And Wesker and Kish and Sheva. But yeah, this is why I think they don't want to touch it or even think about it at this moment, because of all the legacy backlash and all the people saying how Capcom should do this, when they should just do it 1-to-1. Why is it so hard? You don't need to rewrite the story. You don't need to change the location. You don't need to do any of that. Imagine if they just change it and they add Sheva in there, and that wouldn't make no sense, kind of deal. Be like, I like Sheva. Sheva's a cool character. I like the character. She's an awesome, badass woman. It has nothing to do with race at all. I don't care. It's just a cool character, badass character. Even though her AI was stupid in the game, that's on the game's fault. It's not the character's fault. But Kish was cool too. All the characters were cool. Wesker was crazy, just a Matrix, edgelord, all that kind of deal. But 1 minute, guys. I gotta blow my nose. Sorry, guys. I have to blow my nose. But yeah, I enjoyed 5. I had no problem when I played it. I had nothing bad to say that much. Obviously, it's too action orientated. Could be a little bit tweaked in the remake where, less of actiony. It can have the balance between action and horror. It could be like an in-betweener, part, but I feel like if they remake this, it's going to be all actiony, to be honest. They could switch some things around. They could take some parts out and shorten some parts and make parts a little bit longer, like different things like that. Just fundamentally gameplay, make the gameplay a little bit better. But story-wise, everything should be the same. Everything should be as is kind of deal. You know, you don't, all those characters that were in it, the bad guys, the good guys, everyone should be in there. It's a given. But because if you can't have it because it's in Africa, it's like, okay, so you're saying every country is allowed besides Africa. No, it's okay when it was in RE6 in like Hong Kong or China or whatever, or it's okay when it was in Spain with the Spaniards in RE4. It's okay when they were in like Romania and RE8. It's okay, you know, they go worldwide. They're taking down all the infected and all the things that are happening, the what is it? These corporations that are taking advantage of the people in these lands. They're trying to take that out, but in the process, the people have already turned to zombies, and then they have to use self-defense. Like, how is this anything bad? I don't know. And it always has to do about something with race or anything. It's like, it's the dumbest shit. You're just taking out the race card again, and it's getting to the point where it's getting annoying now. It's getting to the part where it's really getting annoying, and no one gives a shit about that. No one cares at all. No one cares. And Capcom shouldn't listen to these people, to the legacy game companies, because they're irrelevant. They're irrelevant now. No one cares. Everyone listens to the content creators out there. People are listening to the people they trust for these game reviews and game aspects and talks, like here, like I'm saying too. Like, no one cares about what your message is or what you're pushing here. We just care about the game being the same, since it's a remake, right? Just make it the same. What's so hard about it? But I'm still glad that they're still making Code Veronica. I hope they do a good job of that. Hopefully they don't change anything. Once again, like I said in my video. RE0, that could be interesting too. I was just saying, like, it's just weird that Capcom doesn't want to even think about this or even touch it at the moment, when they kind of hinted that at 4. I don't know why they did, but they hinted it, and maybe they should have toned that down a bit. I'm just saying they should have toned RE4 Remake with that, because it kind of ramped it up where people are like, oh, now I want a Resident Evil 5 remake, when we're not going to get a Resident Evil 5 remake until like a couple of years, maybe in 2030, who knows? Because they're going to do every other remake besides 5 just to not get the dumb legacy gaming media to do dumb articles like this. Resident Evil game that can't be remade. It's time to rewrite, not remake. Like, this dumb shit. No one gives a shit about this. No one. No, it is. Yeah, you can make it the same. What's so hard about it? No, it can't be. It's racist. What's racist? What are you talking about? What are you even talking about, man? Absolutely mentally retarded. I have to say. I have to use the R word, retarded. I have to. So dumb. So dumb. But yeah, that's my rant pretty much. It's a mini rant there for you guys. It wasn't that mini, but this really did piss me off, because I know Capcom wants to do RE5, but they just are waiting on it. I know they want to, but they won't yet. And they better not bend the knee. They better not bend the knee and do something and change it, actually, for these dumbass people that probably are not even Resident Evil fans and don't give a shit about it, But they argue about, oh, it's racist because it's in Africa and it's a white man. Like, shut the no one cares, dude. No one cares. No one cares. And they don't even understand what the plot of the story is and what's going on. Pisses me off. But yeah. You could tell because I love Resident Evil. I'm a huge fan of Resident Evil, and it does piss me off. It does. It really does, but yeah. Enough of that, guys. I think that's the last topic for today, guys. It was a lot to go through. I'll leave timestamps for you guys if you rewatch this in the VOD. I thank you so much for watching, guys. I thank you very much for everything. Again, before we leave, guys, like the stream. Where's my like button? There it is. Like the stream, and if you're new here and lurking in the background, why not sub to the channel itself too? We got a lot of things here, guys. If you enjoy gaming, movies, entertainment, pulp culture, all sorts of nerdy stuff here, we have a lot of things on here that you could probably will enjoy. Yeah, I thank you again, guys. I just hit 200. I mean, over 200 subs, and I am very grateful and happy for that. I thank you so much. I don't even know. Like, that's an accomplishment for me in general. Because, like, 200, it took me a long time to hit 200 subs on here. I really did. But I would love to go even higher than that and, you know, start getting more into it. You know, getting a little more oomph to this channel, I would say. But that's just, it is what it is. I'll just continue grinding, putting out more videos for you guys and live streams. So yeah, hope you guys have a good day, and I'll probably see you guys on Friday. I'll let you guys know in the posts so you can see it when I go live. Probably the same time, same place, guys. All of the same pretty much. Anything else? Let me think. I don't think so. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I appreciate, again, all of you for coming by. Again, thank you. And, yeah, have a good one, all. And I'll see you in the next one. Let's end this off with an outro. See you guys.
Are you not entertained?
Don't forget to punch the like button and subscribe. Unless you want to see a pissed off Chris Redfield.